Verstopt in de hutongs, de traditionele woonwijken van Peking, zit de Great Leap Brewery. Een microbierbrouwerij is niet iets wat je daar zou verwachten, maar Amerikaan Carl Setzer wilde daar in 2010 verandering in brengen. Samen met zijn Chinese vrouw wilde hij zijn droom waarmaken. De locatie vonden ze per toeval.
But when we did find it, it had been empty and abandoned for 3 years. The previous tenant had a little bit of a mental problem and he tried to destroy the space, and so everyone else that came to look at it to rent it said it was too much work. So it stayed empty for 3 years, and we were just lucky that we were looking for a love project. We were looking for something that was broken that we could turn into whatever we wanted, and so that's how we found the space.
De locatie is al meer dan 110 jaar oud. In de brouwerij brouwt Carl al zijn bieren zelf. Bijzonder is dat hij Chinese ingrediënten gebruikt in zijn bieren.
Our 4 standard beers are the Pale Ale number 6, which is named after this location because our address is number 6. And then an oatmeal porter, which uses a Chinese steel cut oatmeal. And then the Honey Ma Gold, which uses organic honey from the Great Wall of China, from an apiary that we've worked with for a while. And then Sichuan peppercorn, which are the little peppercorns that make your mouth water in Sichuan style cuisine. And then a beer called the Little General IPA, which is more of a British style India Pale Ale. It's very rich in malt character, but also has a nice bitterness at the end. And those are the beers that we try to keep up 12 months a year. And then everything under them on the list are all of our specialty beers.
Maar wat vinden de Chinese gasten ervan?
喝起来跟平时的啤酒不太一样，但是我尝不出来他说的那种花椒的味道，有一点点甜，也有一点点苦。
Beer is more popular in China, more widely accepted than it is in the West. I know, at least coming from America, beer is usually considered like a lower class beverage. So you drink beer if you're a worker, or you drink wine if you're educated, and you drink hard liquor if you're an alcoholic. But here, beer is a lot like we consider milk. All the different classes in China drink beer the same, and it's usually like Qingdao or Yanjing or Beijing beer, very industrial beers.
Ondanks zijn Chinese vrouw was het niet gemakkelijk voor Carl om geaccepteerd te worden als bierbrouwer in de hutongs.
And so when we first came here, they were really nervous, but then they saw that it was me and my wife was pregnant with our son, and her grandparents were living with us, and they saw that we were more of a family and less of just a foreigner trying to make money off of their neighborhood. And so they became more and more friendly. And now, you know, you even hear the tour guide tricycle, the rickshaw drivers, when they drive by, they tell the whole story to their Chinese tourists about, you know, the American that started a brewery in the hutongs and blah blah blah. But like the neighbors are one of the most special things, because they'll, you know, during the day they'll come in here and play cards. They'll steal our stools so they can go outside and gossip with their friends. You know, I'll spend most of my evenings sitting with them as they play cards and just talking with them about, you know, what's going on, making sure that they know if there's ever any problems, they can talk to me directly. And so it's a really interesting thing to be part of a community when you clearly don't belong here.
De Great Leap Brewery heeft veel vaste gasten. Zo komt de quizmaster van een bekend Chinees televisieprogramma elke week een biertje drinken.
And what was amazing to see was just how quickly the Chinese community loved it as well. Now, often a lot of new ideas that come from the West here, be it, you know, a new clothing brand, it might first be eaten up by the foreign community, and then the Chinese community come a lot later. But with this beer, the Chinese really came in quite early and really appreciated good beer. So it was, yeah, it was really, it was almost it was like a beer revolution started here.
Oprichter Carl is meer dan tevreden over zijn brouwerij.
So we're very, very busy, but we love having this location so people can come and try our new recipes, have beers that they really love and enjoy, and they've enjoyed for a couple of years now, and then a place for people to bring friends, have special events, things like that.
宏伟家，宏伟在那儿旁边一直看热闹。
It's not easy to show independent films in China. Before we had a lot of difficulty with the government, with the police for showing such film. So that will happen very often. For us, we want to see different films, especially the independent films of China. In around 2000, there are not a lot of opportunities to see this film, so we need to organize the screens ourselves.
我昨天跟他说的意思。其实也没有，因为去年就是整个就是两会嘛，因为是就是说政府开两会，所以就是要安定啊，要稳定啊，不允许就是有太大规模的聚会啊，所以就是这也是一个很重要的原因吧。
他儿子，胡说，我儿子在山的另一边。
对啊，前两天我看见他才这么高，
并不了解你儿子。他需要做梦的时候，就会来到我这儿。妈，你这个疯子！我儿子从小到大就没娶过，不愿意造谣。
朋友啊，请你干一杯，请你干一杯。胜利的誓言永难忘，杯中洒满幸福的泪。
Like the Chinese documentary is related to the reality of China, and government don't want the public to see such film, and because they want to cover all the truth of what is happening now. It's really really important that you have the freedom to show all different films, because you need to have the right to show the film. You have the right to make such film, but not me. It just to the film itself.
审查或什么，但是我们，我既不上传网络，也不去申请那许可证，所以那些麻烦对我来说都不是麻烦。这个也有一些，比如说谈到，但是都是隐喻，比如说潜在的那种暴动的情绪。
我觉得这跟每个人活的道理一样的。 就一个作品出来之后，我觉得应该有它存在的可能嘛，对不对？就跟每一个人每一个生命一样。
我想未来很可能就逐渐的没有独立电影这个词，但是比如说小剧组或者个人拍电影这个现象会越来越普遍。如果是离开了政治对抗，然后大家还在拍电影，我想那是一个更理想的状态。但是那个需要外部环境在变化，就是我们用摄像机、用影像在表达自我，就像写小说、画画和写诗一样，那么自由，那么轻松。这是一个我们想象的一个比较美好的时代。
It's still really difficult for. So, I don't mean we need to change me or we can change the situation, but you just have to you have to do such things again and again, and that's the only choice.
Beijing 3 years ago. I work for a Chinese company and do online marketing and for the German market. Yeah, the first thing, it's very small compared to it. I mean, Berlin has a few thousand people doing graffiti. Beijing has maybe 15, and 5 of them are really active. So I mean, that nearly says everything. I mean, I like to draw, but I mean, graffiti is more a whole lifestyle, and it's more about to express yourself outside on the street, to meet new people and show your stuff directly to people, you know. So I never got caught in China, so I don't know how it is and what will happen in China, but I know I heard from people who got arrested and they had to spend a night or they had to spend a week in prison, and then they pay a lot of money. But I don't know, it's China, so there's no rules for anything. So anything is depending on what you can do, how good you are talking with people.
Something, okay?
Chinese people are really curious about it, and they like to watch it and always be pained, even at night. So you have people around you, a big crowd, and they smoke, they have a drink, they talk about the stuff you do. I mean, of course, some people, they don't get it, they get angry, but most of the time, so people just watch you and they ask you what you're doing, taking pictures with you and painting and things like this. So with their mobile phone, very funny. So normally we just go by myself, or I meet with people, and then we just walk around and have a look. So we know it a little bit, the area where we want to paint. My inspiration are many things, many people, different artists, all the stuff I see around me every day. The most important thing for me to paint and do graffiti is to have something which takes you out of your normal daily life, you know, something which is your own thing and which is just different, you know. It's not just playing tennis or playing football in the weekend, you know. It's more like something which always accompanies you.
在宋庄的街上，是一个很超现实、很魔幻的感觉。就一方面，它有着那种乡村田园生活的一个假象；另一方面，也有着一派文化在发展，显得很繁荣的这样的一个假象。然后，所有的这些假象的背后，是文化的破碎、碎片，是人们的生活已经被彻底的从文化的意义上抽空。
Yeah, Songzhuang is changing fast, and even though I just lived here for 2 years, when you come here, you see they're building everywhere, and they even start building big apartments, like 10 floors apartments, and now they're talking about making a subway, maybe within 2 years even.
它的商业化的进程是谁也阻挡不了的。虽然有一些艺术家和当地的政府也有很清晰的人意识到或者建议过，比如说希望有一些控制啊，不能让太多的这个商业化进入。但是这个潮流我估计谁也阻挡不了，所以有点会像798一样，成为一个大众旅游的一个聚居点。它的规模会成为一个就消费市场，艺术品的消费市场，可能更多的成为一个旅游点。年轻人那个敢于去尝试做一些新的艺术，这个是最吸引我的。也就是说，我们当时也希望这个地方是成为一个中国文化的红灯区、特区、文化特区，就是其他地方不能做的艺术，应该在宋庄能够做，或者先做。就其他地方不能理解的艺术样式，比较独特的、原创的，都应该集中在这个地方。这个地方它是展示和最自由体现艺术家个性和创作的，适合于这样的艺术家生活的地方。
Yeah, in a European point of view, living here, it's when you look around, it's the factories, areas. There's pollution, there's no nature. So, like in Sweden, you have this beautiful nature, and you're always very close to nature. But for me, it's the opposite. I like Songzhuang for that reason. It's you have to challenge yourself to find inspiration in this village because of when you come here, it's just messy everywhere, and people spitting on the ground, and it's a dirty place, uncivilized.
我是觉得在今天的北京，我们谈论文化或者谈论生活，都必须得带上这个，因为这个才是我们生活、我们文化的真实的一个状况。人在这个文化环境里，在这个自然条件下是需要这样生活的。我觉得北京的空气已经告诉你们，这里是什么样的情况了。你们两位从进门到现在一直在咳嗽。那文化上，其实如果你们在北京，或者在中国的其他的地方稍微做多一点的停留，你们也可以看到中国的文化受到的污染，不比在食品领域和在这种空气和水当中的污染少。这里边差不多都是一些有毒的东 东西。
This area where I live now, the rumors say it's going to be torn down within 5 years. Which it's, you never know, but there's a lot of rumors. Chinese people are very scared for this not tear down because you never know, and they never give you a notice before maybe like 2 or 1 years. So you have to watch where the government is building apartments. If they start building apartments for these people living in this area, I mean the locals that's always been living here, then when they have finished these apartments, they're going to move these people to these apartments and they're going to tear down this, no matter what if they want to stay or not. They don't have a choice.
到一个什么程度呢？就是我个人而言，我是希望它宋庄是一个中国最大的、最理想的一个适合于艺术家生活和创作的地方。
Even already now, artists start moving away from here because the rent is going up because they see this commercial value on the ground, and many people come here and make investments already. The funny thing is they build some museums. It's actually not museums. These people with a lot of money, they build this museum and call it a museum, but they never have exhibitions. It's just to occupy the ground. And when the ground is valuable enough, they reform it and make it to apartments. So it's have nothing to do with art. It's just investments.
就是变得怎么说呢？我觉得从我来的时候，差不多，我觉得宋庄还跟我有关系。这里还有一个文化的土壤，我愿意在这里做一点文化的活动。但是差不多这2年，这个土壤越来越恶劣，我觉得是一种沙漠化的速度很快。然后到今年的春天，我觉得我在这里没有办法做任何事情，我要离开。